And we are live. Coming to you live from the great state of Wisconsin is the Overdue Sports Team. I am your host, Will Massa. To my right, as always, Jake Sawinski. We're bringing to you the weekly recap. How are we doing, Jake?
Well, based on the little addition to my name, I am sad. I think I'm done on hockey this year. I became a complete donation station, colder than the ice after a fresh Zamboni finish. Just gonna watch the cup. Pretty bad last week, so why keep giving it away, right? Well, maybe I'll do game one to see, but like, what's the point,
Yeah, we're both sad. Rangers got bounced. I knew that was coming. It was
they
just
were shit. I'm not happy they lost because like I don't hate the team, but just by watching them, I'm finally glad it was vindicated because they were shit like the last two.
They were
somehow were winning, so I was like sick of them.
Yeah, they did not look good. And your future on the Stars, unfortunately, comes to an end despite the good price on it.
Well, I bet it like August 9th of last year. I just ran it back from the season before. I tagged the Stars in like February of 23 for last year's Cup. And I think they both did they lose in the conference finals last year?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so like it's been close the last couple of years, so I think I'm done with them. Like the team's good. Like they were objectively the best team in the field, and then I mean Edmonton's not a joke, like but
yeah,
that last game at least they put forth a good effort because Game 5, the one that all the boys like nuclear holocausted the Stars on, was a really bad game. Like it's 7 or 8 shots going into the third. Like they got flat out pumped. At least they looked like a hockey team. Where Edmonton was on the ropes the entire game minus the power plays. Like if they played mistake-free hockey, they win that game 1-0.
Yeah.
So, but man, it's not how it shook out. I'm not gonna swear like I did at Connor Hellebuck last episode. But yeah, it's just disappointing because like they were in the driver's seat, up to like kind of got blitzed game 4, but like Edmonton's playing at home, you expected them to get 1, and then like I said, flat out pumped in game 5. And great effort game 6, just couldn't find it back in the net. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, solid run at it. I had officially no hockey futures. I know I put one out, but I've covered it before. It didn't count because the Senators. I think I'm gonna run that back next year.
Yeah, you could do worse for sure.
Yeah,
like
I mean that's worse. Yeah. My week overall, pretty shitty. Not gonna lie. I had a really solid day. I was solid in the beginning of the week. I was up like a unit and a half through Tuesday or Wednesday, and then the wheels came off, and I kind of scrambled over the weekend. Like lost day 1 of the regionals in college baseball, which I don't know why I bet it. I just got wrapped up into it because it's regionals and I wanted some action in it. But I try not to bet conference tournaments and regionals in college baseball because the parity is like absurd. And so I'll be jumping back in for supers, but got burned on day 1 in the regional and just kind of let it be. And then jumped on with you when you went nuclear on the Stars game and took the under and the Stars and then the puck line, which actually didn't end up being too bad because they hit the under.
Yeah, I dropped a unit and some change on that game, but like the subsequent games were just awful. So I was like, Sunday, I'm like, I'm done with
hockey. I don't know if I got lucky or kind of screwed. I took the under in the Phillies and Cardinals game on it would have been Friday or Saturday, and it pushed. It was under 7. And it was just a weird game. Like it ended 6-1, but Ranger Suarez didn't even start. He got hurt in the second inning, so he came out, and I just thought it was cooked because they gave up like 4 runs, and that was it. And then like they got to Sonny Gray early, the Cardinals did, and then the bullpen for Philly held it down pretty well. And then there was a 2-out error from Arenado and then the next pitch was a 2-run bomb that made it 7.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where like probably should have hit, but I don't know that I would have deserved it because Suarez didn't even pitch.
I mean, you can be lucky and unlucky lucky. I mean, both
Yeah.
can be true, you know. Like, is that a play Nolan Arenado makes 999 times out of 1,000? That guy's like the best defender in the league still. So yeah, probably. But you also got lucky in the fact that the Phillies bullpen held it down for what 7
Yeah, which was the surprising part.
Yeah, I mean, directly, yeah, I'd say you probably got a little more unlucky than lucky because it's just like the one glaring thing was that error. But like, what are you gonna do? Can't predict
Yeah.
injury, can't handicap injuries.
Got kind of burned last night. I was on the Tigers last night. That hit. Don't know if it should have, but it did. Tariq Skubal didn't have it really. Like he didn't look that good, but damn, dude, like he still 1 run through 6 or 7 innings. Like there was traffic on the bases nearly every inning, but he worked out of it. So Jake Rogers hit 2 home runs. Those were the only 2 runs for Detroit. They won 2-1. Added the Padres -1.5 yesterday. Got burned. The Angels beat them late. Stupid base running and nobody hit with runners in scoring position. And then I took the over in the Giants game, which was never close. I got to stop betting on the Giants. I've decided I've been getting burned. Like any bet that I take that involves the Giants, like I'm wrong. It doesn't matter what I take.
Yeah,
I got to stop
like
betting that team.
I had some success on them early, but like that has since faded, I think.
Yeah, I did too. Like the first couple of weeks when they were playing really good ball, I actually was betting them pretty well, and I'm always drawn to them because they always look like they're in a good spot, and they just can't. Like they don't hit, they don't pitch. No, the lineup is terrible, and Blake Snell is just not. He's hurt again, so there's not like that team's a wreck right now.
Maybe
that was kind of my whole week. It was pretty mediocre. I was like 4-11 -8 or 9 units, something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't very good either, but it wasn't baseball as much as it was hockey. The losses were about 50-50. I had a similar week with you, like where I was up pretty nicely the first 3-4 days, and then like I was really bad through the weekend. Like I think I hit 2 bets on Friday, it was Saturday. Saturday it was. I hit like the Pirates, and there was one more I hit. D-backs. Yeah, it was the D-backs. I hit those 2, and then I like dropped the next 8. I was like, why didn't you just stop? But I've got a new addiction, and it's trying to time up the Chicago White Sox. And they are so frustrating because like every time I bet on them, it's not like they just get blown out. They're always in it for more than half the game, which is the most frustrating part. It's like I'm dead serious. Like I could go through every White Sox wager, and I'm just like right there. Like if I did first 5 as opposed to the whole game, or if I did like a live bet instead of the open bet, like I'm right there every freaking game, and it's so frustrating. I've done it like 6 times in the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, I can't anymore. Like close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and +1.5, but they find a way to blow that too.
Yeah, they
it's
do.
like you got to do it first 5 and just hope they score a run or 2 early because that bullpen is horrible. Like I don't even know who, and it's fucking classic too. Like anybody who watches baseball knows, like 2-out walks, like that the run always scores. Like it just does. And like how many pitchers do you see stranded 2-out walk? Like it never fucking happens. And sure shit, some guy comes in to pitch to Yelich, and he just walks him, gives up a single to Adames the next at bat, and then 1 pitch to Hoskin and gets out of it. It's like, why did you're doing one thing? Why aren't you ready? Like just throw. Like if Yelich hits a home run, like I'm like whatever, okay, you gave him a home run, but like the walks, it's a baseball thing. It's just like you don't get out of 2-out walks. They burn you every time.
It is.
Doesn't matter if you're playing Little League or Pro Ball. Like it burns you. Don't walk guys with 2 outs.
Leadoff walks and 2-out walks. Leadoff walks always score.
Those are a little different though. I feel like some guys skate around that because it's like you either get a double play or you strand them on second. Chopper get the out at first, sack flies on third, and you strand them, right? But and then against the Brewers too, they turn a walk into a double. Like I think they lead the league in steals. So it's like don't put them on for free. At least let them earn it. Like those guys love to get themselves out. all but 4 of them. Like, the Brewers are the most frustrating team for me to watch because I think we might have talked about this last time, or I don't know who I was talking about it with. Individually, most of that team sucks, but collectively, they're very good. Like, they all play well together until September when it inevitably falls apart. It's my favorite thing about being a Cubs fan because Brewers fans are really dumb. Every year, it's the same fucking thing. They get so excited because they're in person, the NL Central in July. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is the year. It's never the year. They lose in the first round every year. It's so fucking funny to watch their expectations be up here. And I'm the negative Nelly, always like, it ain't gonna work, guys. And then, oh, frick off, yeah, it will. It never does. I'm always right. It's so funny. It is my favorite thing about baseball every year, just watching Brewer fans just unrealistically expect to like be in the NLCS, and it just fizzles out every year. It's so freaking funny.
I have a funny feeling the roster this year is built for that this year.
It's better. It's better. Like, their roster's definitely better, and like their young guys are contributing a little more. But it always falls apart. I'm gonna just assume it's gonna fall apart until I'm wrong.
It doesn't.
And I
think it's going to
wrong
this year.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I just don't think they have the starting pitching to actually make a postseason run. Like Colin Ray is the most confusing. Colin Ray, I think I refuse to like let myself accept that he's good, but like he always puts together good starts and it irritates me.
That Gasser guy they have is pretty solid.
He's good, Robert Grasser, yeah.
Gasser. But we talked about Freddie on our last Call to Pen episode. Like, he's good, but like he hasn't been that good. Who's their other starter? Like Wade Miley's on the shelf.
DL Hall hasn't really done anything.
Anymore. Yeah, I think he's on the shelf too. It's just like they all play well in the regular season, but you give them an ounce of pressure, and they stink. Like their schedule's been shit too up to this point. That's another thing to consider too. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like that team. Like, honestly, I think I hate the Milwaukee Brewers more than anything on earth. But I'm very honest about them. And like last year, it seemed like they needed to slug to score runs. This year, it's not the case. Like, they can manufacture runs a lot better, like based on their stolen base numbers and a lot of their key players' averages being a lot higher. But like, it all ends the same with them. It's like the Packers. And I don't like when Wisconsin sports fans say Wisconsin's cursed. It's like they're not. They don't do anything to drastically improve the team ever. Any of their teams, like college or pro. Oh, Bucks are cursed. Oh, injuries every year. No, they're not. Like, they weren't winning the championship with that fucking roster anyways. Even if they were healthy, they just weren't. They don't play defense. Like, it's the same with every Wisconsin team. The Packers are the same way. But I mean, the one thing you can say about the Packers is like they always have a competitive team in the areas that don't shine the best. Like they won't have a flashy receiver, but they're always loaded on defense. They're always talented on defense and in the trenches. The trenches might be hurt a lot, but like they have guys that can play on the line. They never draft anybody high profile, but why should they? They're always successful not doing that. So, like, with the Packers, it makes sense with the expectations anyways. Because, I mean, like, they got to the AFC or the NFC Championship game or close to it last year, the second round, sorry. Like, with no expectations on them. But, like, the minute the expectation comes is when they choke. I root for the Packers too. I'm one of those fucking state traders. Don't give team fandom. No one cares. You like the Dodgers. No one gives a fuck who you root for. If you do, you're a loser. Like, flat out. Like, if you care who another person roots for, you're a loser. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's the same thing every year. That's what I was going for. Like, it falls apart every year. So I'm waiting very patiently for that to happen. But,
well, we got a little. I don't know. The slate's pretty good today. I don't know what you're on today. If you want to go over what you've bet for tonight.
I've been true to my word. The first weekend of June has passed us, and I have scaled back. I did 2 plays yesterday. It felt so unnatural, and it was so not stressful. It was awesome. Yesterday, I pegged Brewers live, down about +2.5. They lost 3-1. good look by me. And then the Rockies Reds over was $3.99. Today I'm on the Blue Jays. Don't really like it, but the Blue Jays were kind of in a trappy, sharp spot yesterday. The Orioles were real short. They won 7-2, I think.
Yeah.
Being Corbin Burns is something I'd like to do. I feel like it's like 1 or 2 innings, and then it seems like the Brewers carried over to him on the Orioles. Like, I don't feel like he gets a ton of run support all the time. So taking a stab at the Blue Jays. Not sure if I like that one all that much. And then I am on the over in the Brewers Phillies game. I think that's a good look with the 2 ERAs being like 4 and the total's higher than it was yesterday. So I like that look too. But that's all I got. Like, if that Brewer one hits early, I might add something later. But like I said, I'm taking it easy for the next couple months when it comes to baseball.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at that total too. I like that over a lot in the Brewers Phillies game. I'm looking at the Royals in a plus money spot with Seth Lugo. Might be a trap, but to me, I've just been riding him. Like, he's always in a plus money spot.
He keeps coming through. Why?
Yeah, and I think it's just because, like, if you look at his underlying numbers, they're not that great, but like the dude performs. He's like one of the examples where, like, who cares about the underlying numbers because he's performing. There's a handful of guys like that in the league. Like Jameson Tyone is like one of those guys this year. Like, his underlying numbers, he's got like a 7 xERA, but his ERA is like 3.
And it's Alek Manoah and Miles Mikolas in 23.
Yeah, it's just one of those. And I've been doing it. Like, I think I've hit it the last 3 weeks or so, his last 3 times through the rotation. I think I'm just going to keep doing it until it ends. Like, they're playing the Guards tonight, so it may not be a great look with Tristan McKenzie, but I don't know. He just keeps being put in plus money spots, and I just can't get myself to not bet it.
Yeah, that's a tough read for me because, like, Tristan McKenzie has actually been bad. Like, It's very feasible that the Royals should be favored on the road to me. Like no more than a pick 'em probably. But like, McKenzie's been bad, at least to my knowledge. But
he's been okay. Like, not great, but not what people expect out of him. Yeah.
He's their ace too, like with Bieber out. So
yeah. I'm looking at the Dodgers and Pirates under with Glasnow and Jones. Both of them were pretty mediocre their last time out, and the total is pretty low. So I think that's going to be a good spot. The Dodgers offense hasn't been like overly dominant the last couple of weeks, so maybe I still catch them a little bit cold. And then I liked the Nats this morning, and Trevor Williams got put on the IL, so I backed out of that. I'm not taking it, although I still think it might be a decent spot. But
yeah, like they were in a sharp spot yesterday. But had that line not moved at all? Like, if they put the replacement,
I think it moved. Moved towards the Mets. Yeah, I think it was like
if it was frozen, I would have.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to take the Rangers tonight. I was on the Tigers yesterday. It was a weird game. It was a 2-1 game. Rangers probably should have won. And it's Flaherty and Dane Dunning. So might be a decent spot to pick them. So
yeah, those are 2 not favorite backings for a lot of bettors. So good luck. People fade Flaherty and love to fade Dane Dunning. So
Flaherty's been awesome though, so he's a tough fade right now. He's been crazy good.
Dane Dunning hasn't been awesome, but he also has
no. Yeah, but that's all I was looking at. I was looking at the Padres with the way they lost yesterday, but I don't think I want to dip back into that realm. That team irritates the shit out of me. I said it yesterday. I can't remember who I said it to. I said they're the Mets of the West. Like, they've got all that money sunk in, and like,
they really are.
David Peralta was their first bat off the bench last night, and it just pissed me off to no end. I was like, I can't bet this team. Like,
and they're like a lot like the Tigers. Like, they score all their runs for the week, and then they're mediocre the rest of the week. Maybe Machado, he'll hit 270, but he has 5 hits in one of the games, and then he's 1 for 4 the rest of the week.
Yeah. But that's really all I'm on. I haven't bet anything solidified yet. I'm still kind of figuring out what I actually want to take because I'm kind of doing the same thing. It's that time of the year where it gets infinitely harder. So trying to pick my spots a little bit better instead of taking, 3 or 4 of these. So I'll lock those in. I'll put those out whenever I bet it. I don't know when I'm going to bet it or what I'm betting yet, but those will be out. But that's what I'm on for the day.
Sounds good. Yep, I'm on the Blue Jays. Don't like it, and I'm on the Brewers Phillies over.
The Blue Jays in a pen day against Corbin Burns. I like it.
Hey, that's psycho. My tendencies aren't going to go away. I'm just going to focus my tendencies elsewhere.
Well, that's our show, folks. That's all we got today. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at Overdue Sports, overduesports.com. Go check it out. We've actually got a giveaway going on right now. Free giveaway. Go check it out. It's our pin tweet. I finally abided by Jake's wishes and swapped out our pin tweet that's been up there for like a year and a half now. So he'll be a little bit happy that it's out of there. But
I'm not happy. It's just,
it was time. It was time. So go check that out. Enter it. It's all free. We'll hook it up. So check it out there. And like and subscribe, and we're going to be back with another episode. We got 2 recordings tonight, so we got something else on deck for y'all. And we are out of here.